Hello, welcome to the third night of our Tailored Trips to Transform week. Very excited to talk about this subject tonight because I love dispelling myths. The subject is going to be dispelling 10 myths about travel advisors and why do we even still exist. And I'm going to explain about why we exist and what we can do to help travelers have an optimal experience. But first, before I get started, I wanted just to give a shout out to Ursula, who created this beautiful bouquet for me behind me. She added some mint in honor of my trip going forward. I'm going to be going to Africa later this month. But her company is called Fleurs DC, and you should go check her out on Instagram and buy some flowers from her because she does amazing arrangements. So thank you, Ursula, for that. Okay, so tonight we're going to go through 10 myths, but I got a bonus one. And the bonus one is actually at the end of the blog post. You can go to the website and just read the blog post. I'm not going to read it here tonight. I'm just going to go through them quickly, what the 10 are. But the one that's the bonus, I'm going to talk about first. And the bonus one is, I don't want to bug you for something so simple. I live in DC, and I have a lot of international friends who are very sophisticated, and they know how to book travel, and they know how to reserve a hotel room, and so they think they don't want to bug me. Also, DC is a city where information is the currency. People like to, it's who you know and what you know. It's not about like where your kids go to school or what kind of car you drive. There are a lot of people who are working in jobs where they could make a lot more money if they, did it in another city or followed another career. They're doing what they do because they love what they do and they love what they're learning or who they know or, lobbyists share information. Congressmen do as well. It's all a lot of lawyers in the persuasive business. I'm a lawyer, never practiced law, but used it to, I like to joke, I used to use it to intimidate people into doing what I wanted them to do. My point about that in terms of travel is that there's a lot of know-it-alls here in this town. People who think they know better maybe than I do, who specialize in travel about how to get the best flight and the best travel experience. And that maybe you do know one thing better than I do, but I guarantee you I know travel better. This is my jam, like I said, and I love it. It's my life and it's my passion. So you're not bugging me. And it's also my livelihood. So you can help me out too by calling me up. And for just straight up bookings, I don't charge. If you know where you want to go and how you're going to get there, I'll help you out for free and I will add value to your trip. So I just wanted to mention that up at the top. So myth number one, getting started on the list. A travel advisor is just a fancy name for a travel agent. Wrong. Travel agents are transactional. Travel advisors are transformational. We are not simply booking agents. We are specialists in travel, yes, but we're also specialists in you. The whole point is to get to know you as well as possible so that we can craft an amazing experience that you can't, book yourself online, even if you knew how to. Travel is a big investment of time and of money and of emotion, and the return on your investment is just priceless. I make it my business to get to know you so that I can create and craft an experience that really wows you. And I get to know what your favorite whiskey is or what kind of wine you like, whether you like to have a very scheduled itinerary or a very open itinerary, and everything is crafted exactly to you and your needs. So a travel agent doesn't do all that at all. So that's myth number one. Myth number two, travel advisors do not add value. That's also not true. I will save you money in the long run. I guarantee it, as I'm privy to savings and to special offers and also to value-added amenities that are just not available to the public. Upgrades too. I can get usually upgrades for, from whatever level that you're at. I can probably get you bumped up higher. That's what I mean about leaving money on the table. I also provide you peace of mind, which is priceless. I don't think you can put a value on that. With me as your advocate, again, I'm a lawyer. I am someone with both personal connections, industry knowledge, and the legal skills to resolve difficulties very quickly. And so I would say that as the world starts to slowly reopen, and I think it's going to open in fits and starts, this is definitely not the time to DIY your travel. So that's myth number 2. Myth number 3, all travel advisors are the same. That's definitely not true. We're not all the same. A lot of us have come to it with background in other areas. So, for example, a former chef might specialize in culinary travel. A military officer I know specializes in doing trips to battle sites in Europe for veterans and their families or their descendants, or to see the cemeteries. I'm a certified yoga therapist. I've been practicing yoga myself since 1994 because of a trip to Italy, actually, in fact. And I've been a teacher since 2002 because of another trip in the Caribbean. And I've been a certified yoga therapist for the last 4 years, certified by the International Association of Yoga Therapists. And so I specialize in wellness travel. That's what I do. And I try to up-level your wellness skills, if you're just going on a retreat and that's the purpose of it. And it could be, improving your cooking skills, or it could be learning how to meditate. It could be a writing retreat, whatever it is that is your jam and what would boost your travel or your well-being. There's some places that I know that specialize in improving sleep, for example. So that's called primary travel, and that could be the primary purpose of your trip. But also if you're traveling for business or doing a corporate retreat or just seeing the sights, I will make sure that you maintain your health while you travel. So that's the other thing I do. That's called like secondary wellness travel. And that's my specialty. I also am a member of the wellness community at Virtuoso. That means that I have an additional layer of relationship with those suppliers, and I have access to their special offers as well and know what's going on with them more intimately, because this is the area that I'm specializing in. And if you come to me and you want the kind of trip, so I have really deep knowledge in that area of travel. And if you come to me and you say, "Oh, I want a Disney vacation, or I want to go on a cruise, a mega cruise," I'm probably not your travel advisor, and I will let you know that we're not a good fit, and that I probably won't be able to get you the best experience. I do know people who specialize in that, and so I can refer you to a colleague who can really create an optimal experience for you, and that's what I would do if we're not a good match. So we're not all the same in any way, shape, or form. And again, I'm not just a specialist in wellness travel. I try to become a specialist in you. So, and if that means what you want is not something I can deliver or that I'm not a specialist in, then I will refer you on. So that's myth number 3. Myth number 4, the travel advisors are too expensive. On average, Virtuoso advisors add, and this is only an average, an additional $500 worth of value to your vacation because of all the added in amenities that I can secure for you. So you're really leaving money on the table. I also save you time as well. And in the long run, I'll probably save you money as well between those value added amenities, those bonuses that we can get tossed in, those extras, and who doesn't love extras. I can also probably get you special rates that are not available to the public. I'm also a member of the Bellini Club for Belmond and Hyatt Privé, and I guarantee you the rates that I can find there are not as high as what's available to the public, and I can get you, again, upgrades. We also eliminate information overload, and so if your time is valuable, I can save you time by sorting through all that overload as well. So the value we bring to boost the quality of your experience is one thing, but you've also then got somebody at your back, and both before, during, and after your trip. And that peace of mind and security that I offer is priceless. And I would say that it's expensive not to use a travel advisor. That's what I would say. So myth number 5, travel advisors shut you out of the planning process. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. Not only do I tailor the trip to you, but I'll tailor the process of planning to you. Some people do like to be surprised and not know where they're going. I'll give them a packing list, an idea of what kind of clothes to pack, and they open up an envelope the morning of and they find out where they're going. And then each day I can give them an envelope to craft, let them know what's happening on their itinerary that day. And I love planning those kinds of trips. They're kind of like a treasure hunt. But I don't do that very often. I can do it. I love to do it. The other kind of trips are where the traveler is very, very involved in the process and the making part of making the decisions. And that type of planning is very personal, very efficient, and very effective. The more you're involved, the better your experience is going to be. So you can do as much or as little as you wish. Like I said, I'll tailor the process to you, as well as the trip. So that's up to you. Myth number 6, travel advisors only care about the commissions. False. When you hire me, my loyalty is to you because I want you coming back to me for all of your trips. Again and again, I want you to refer me to your friends. I will treat your money as my own, and I take pride in what I do. Yes, sometimes I do earn commissions. That's just the way the industry is set up. And it can vary from nothing to 20%. But it doesn't inform what I recommend in any way, shape, or form. I guarantee you that my goal is to make sure that you are delighted. And if you're not, then you won't use me again. So my incentive and loyalty is obviously to make sure that you're happy. Again, that's why you hire me. So designing travel is not just a job for me. It's my passion because I myself have experienced the transformational power of travel. And I know how much travel enriches our lives. And I really am keen to craft those kinds of experiences for you. Okay. Myth number 7. I can plan the same trip by myself, faster, online. I guarantee you this assumption is also false. The only aspect of our lives that is limited is time. We can create more money. We can make new friends. We can change careers. But time is a limited asset. We can't create more of it. And once it's gone, it's gone. So it's your most valuable and non-renewable asset. And again, the online information is not only overwhelming and voluminous, it's often conflicting, out of date, and also questionable. So I, again, spend a good amount of my time researching and educating myself about everything that's going on in the network. I traveled the globe myself to do research about destinations. I'm going to Africa later this month, in fact, to collect ideas for my clients. And I know about experiences that you can't even Google. In fact, there's like 2,700 I counted of experiences. I have a whole spreadsheet of different ideas of experiences that you can't plan, even if you wanted to. I'll be talking more about that on Friday. Myth number 8, I can find the same prices and perks online. Also false. Again, as a Virtuoso advisor, I have access to special rates as a member of the Hyatt Privé and the Belmont Bellini Club. Again, I have access to special rates, meaning lower rates. And also, if a search engine indicates that there's no room at the inn, I can probably still find you a room by picking up the phone and talking to a human being. The travel industry is all about relationships. I also have contacts with a lot of the airlines. So if a flight is delayed or canceled, I can probably get that situation resolved faster than you can, either by standing in line at the airport or calling at an 800 number where you're on hold forever. My relationships enable me to just pick up the phone and call general managers and solve problems. And that's what I do. With luxury travel, it's what you know and who you know that is really critical to make for outstanding experiences. And you just can't substitute that with the internet. I like to say that I'm more human and more humane than my computer counterparts. Okay, myth number 9. I don't need a travel advisor. Okay, well, maybe if you're live in DC and you do know it all, maybe you don't need me. But I'm pretty sure I know more than you do about travel and about the possibilities in travel. Plus, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know about what's possible. Or, yeah, I mean, this, like I said, I'm like a financial advisor or a legal advisor. This is my specialty, and that's what you pay me for, is to know all this stuff. We're acutely aware now after the pandemic of what can happen when things go wrong, right? So, um, I make sure that everything is covered and everything goes smoothly. And if things don't, you have a human being who you can call on to fix stuff. And even if it's in the middle of the night and I'm not readily available, I have partners on the ground in country that would be there to help. So you're never left hanging like you would be if you did it yourself. And again, after the pandemic, I would not recommend anybody DIY your travel. I just wouldn't. Um, and again, I have a law degree. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. So I am with me as your advocate. You have someone with personal connections, with industry knowledge, the legal skills, and the negotiation skills to resolve difficulties very quickly. We also have a saying in the industry: if you go with the internet, you go with God. And I think, at least in this case, I might do a better job at solving problems than God might. All right. Myth number 10. Nobody uses travel advisors anymore. Also not true. Many people don't even realize that we exist. They think that we went extinct when the internet, came into being sometime in the mid 90s. Nothing could be further from the truth. In Virtuoso, which is just one consortium, has over 22,000 travel advisors right now with them. And if the global pandemic illuminated a lot of things, I would say that what we love more, and what we hate more. And we no longer take the ability to travel for granted, but we don't like needless stress. The things, like I said, that we hate more, the things that we hate more. The things that were irritating are more irritable now. We've learned that life's just too short to put up with, pardon my French, with bullshit. So when it comes to your holiday time and your leisure time and your well-being, it's 100% worthwhile to work with a travel advisor like me, one who enjoys a deep and wide network of professionals in the industry, and who also has a lot of knowledge about the industry and a plethora of opportunities. And again, I'm not just a specialist in travel, I become a specialist in you. So, yeah, that's all 10. I have 2 articles also at the bottom of the blog, one from the New York Times and one from Forbes about the value of travel advisors. They still call them agents. We're not agents, we're advisors. So you can go and check that out. And yeah, so I'm very excited. Thank you for tuning in. I want to show you one thing before you go, which I'm very excited about. This is my website, and we have a travel quiz up at the top. I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. And if you take this quiz, you get one of 6 answers, depending on how you fill it out. So you could be a Zen master, an adventurer, a dame or gentleman, a gypsy. I don't remember the other 2. But depending on your results, depending on which personality that you have, you get like 5 options. And so, for example, for the adventurer, you can go to someplace out west, a special place that I know about, and learn how to do astronomical photography, photographing the stars. And so that's just one of the 5 experiences that I talk about and provide details for. So I just wanted to highlight that for you, that you should go to the site and take that, take the quiz, because it's so fun. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted to highlight is something we're doing on May 16th. It's a great Mother's Day gift. We're doing a virtual trip to South Africa. And we have a wonderful partner, Sandy Sales of Hills of Africa. And we're going to have a hands-on cooking lesson from Chef Monica. We're going to learn how to make chakalaka, which I'm very excited about. She did a test run of that yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It's very aromatic. And then you'll also get a bonus recipe for making Malva pudding cakes, which are also supposed to be very good. And then we're going to do a tour. And you're going to feel like you're so close that you're like, it's almost as good as being there, as close as you can get. South Africa is actually open to Americans right now, South Africa. And we've got some great testimonials from prior experiences. of people who had a great time. And so I would love for you to join us and to register. So all the details are right here. You can see that you can just click on the top here to come to this page with all the information. Okay. So I just wanted to highlight those two things for you. So thank you for coming. And I'll be here tomorrow night. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the perks and privileges of working with a travel advisor. And then on Friday, I'll be talking about experiences that you can't plan. Maybe talking about some of those 2,700 experiences you can't plan. So I will see you tomorrow.